So I've mentioned previously in my Gullah Geechee videos how I used to be into the whole Hebrew Israelite thing. My mom introduced me when I was 15. I followed that for about 13 years. I met a lot of people, a lot of the really, really famous, popular Hebrew Israelite teachers, air quotes for a reason, and all of that. Okay, I didn't follow a camp. I wasn't out here wearing Power Ranger suits and stuff like that. However, I definitely was following.
Hey, hold on, brothers. Let me stop right there, man. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Arakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and teachers at Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. My name is Brother Yahawashi Zion. Now, I want to rebuke that because she's talking about people wearing Power Ranger suits. That's extremely disrespectful. All right? The Lord had a garment on down to the foot. And with fringes, that's our heritage. That's our culture. That's the Lord Yahawashi's culture, all right? You should put fringes on the borders of your garments, man, with a border of blue. That's not a Power Ranger suit. You see, these people have no respect, man. You know, with your dead dreadhead, you know, with those, that is a heathen custom that this person's emulating. So you'll emulate the heathen customs, but yet you will sit there and disrespect the Lord Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi's heritage, which you may or may not be a part of by lineage. We're going to find out, because I'm not just going to say, oh, she's black and I'm black, y'all, so you just automatically an Israelite. Maybe not. All right? You might be a terror, man. But anyway, listen to this madness.
That, you know, way of life or what have you for a while. There came a time when, well, for those of you who don't know, there's a whole there's like a non-messianic Hebrew Israelite crew, and then there's like a messianic Hebrew Israelite crew. Basically people who believe in a Messiah and people who don't, or people who do but don't believe that Yahushua was the one, or Jesus was the Messiah and all this kind of stuff, right?
First off, the name's not Yehoshua, okay? It's Yahawashi, okay? It's the same name for Joshua. That's number one. And the messianic and non-messianic, and we don't care a damn what you believe. The scripture says, what if some did not believe? Does that make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. So we don't care if you don't believe. How about that? And we don't care why you're no longer believing in whatever you believe in it, lady. We don't care about you, okay? You are not the center of this universe, man. And that's the modern day woman for you. She thinks that she's the epicenter of all things. You're not, okay? The hopeful elect of the Lord Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, is, not you.
So there came a time.
And again, Salakia, you know what? This is why women don't need to be on social media, because of this madness. We find more bitter than death the woman, okay? Whose hands is snares and nets. All right? She's just tricks and traps, man. And now she has this magic wand of a phone being able to broadcast throughout the world. And look at, she's got 7,000 people that liked this. So good, garner your support. Gain popularity off of the truth in a negative light. And disrespect your people and your heritage. See how far that takes you in the time of judgment, lady.
Time when I was only just reading New Testament, and you know, your mind map when you get into it, because people are like, you know, giving you a framework and then taking you to different pages, conditioning your mind to see a certain way.
Well, that's how the scriptures are.
And so there came a time.
The scriptures are read precept upon precept. Precept must be upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Isaiah 28, 9 and 10. Okay? That's how the Bible's interpreted. It's a spiritual puzzle that you have to put together and understand the broad spectrum of what it all means by more precepts that you get. Hence why David said, through thy precepts, I get understanding. So the longer you stay in the truth, the more understanding you get. And understanding is to depart from evil. Job 28 and 28. It says, behold, the fear of the Lord is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. So, lady, you have not departed from evil because you don't have any understanding.
When there was this huge debate about whether, Jesus or Yahawashi is the actual Messiah, X, Y, and Z, all this stuff. I was like, wait a minute. Something not right here. And everybody's using Hebrew.
She loved making that little evil gesture or whatever, thinking she's somebody who's so up on knowledge. But the fact is, lady, you're not. You're lost. And another thing is, you don't even have a teacher. And even the Ethiopian eunuch who was reading the Bible, you know what I mean? The angel of the Lord sent unto Philip to go onto the chariot and speak to him. And he said, understand this what thou readest? He said, how can I unless a man should guide me? Remember you said earlier in this thing that you didn't want to camp, or you didn't want to join a camp or nothing like that and wear Power Ranger suits like a straight up asshole that you are? And that is an asshole thing to say, man. So I'm disrespecting her. All right? I'm disrespecting her because she is disrespectful. And that's that.
Going and researching these Hebrew words and all this kind of stuff. And so I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. I'm tired of people trying to tell me what is and what isn't. If y'all are saying that the actual Hebrew is different than the English, then I need to learn the Hebrew. So I learned.
You're not going to understand how to do that either. Because first off, when you go into the Hebrew words, they come from root words. And the root words lead to the primitive root. Okay, some of them stem back from certain words and then go back to the primitive root. And some words are compound words, similar to Yahawah. Yah means he, Hawa means is to be. Even though Yahawah is a word, it's a compound word that stems from two different words. But you wouldn't know that because you don't go into the primitive roots. You're not going to understand that because you're not going to follow Great Millstone. You're not going to follow a camp that has so-called Power Ranger suits on, right? Because you're so caught up on how people look. But the Lord Yahawashi said, judge not according to appearance, but judge righteous judgment. And you not judging righteously because you're unrighteous. And you know what's going to happen? The unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. That's what the scripture says. All right, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. I know you read the New Testament, so I know you read that one, right? Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High, a.k.a. you? This lady's not going to make it, all right? Straight up. She's got pride on her. She's got shitlock, heathen dreadlocks. You know what I mean? Which are dyed, by the way, a different color. You know what I mean? And that's it. She's just scoffing at the truth and trying to tell people part 2. You have a part 3 to this? Why you're not a Hebrew Israelite? You couldn't just say it all in one gab? You had to go off there and talk all this madness? You're just digging a big hole for yourself, lady. And you're garnering 7,000 people for support? What the hell is that, man? And let's see what they say. I can't even focus on what you're saying because how beautiful you are. Stupid ass niggas. This is exactly why you have to study to show yourself approved unto God. Man, shut the hell up, man. Another dumbass goofy that don't understand this thing. Them locks, though. Yeah, them locks are going off. Shalom, sister. Stay committed. We are rising up. Another clown. All right? And she ain't like that comment because she ain't with that no more. She's talking shit about it. What you mean peace onto her? We ain't going to say peace onto this devil. We're going to say shalak bayom onto this devil. Okay? Another one, Tim Russell. Who would the serpent in the Garden of Eden be if not Satan, the devil? This nigga said, go read and see what Hebrew word is used for serpent. Then tell me where you see the same word in other places used as devil. It means a deceiver, you jackass. The serpent and slithery serpenthood or whatnot, or serpent-like behavior, should I say. Serpenthood. Serpent-like behavior is a deceptive creature. She doesn't understand that the scriptures are talking in allegories. And that just because the Hebrew word says something, it's relating to something. That takes discernment. Another thing this person does not possess. This person, Smoke King, says, I'm learning the biblical Hebrew right now. And I think we should all learn it for the better understanding that the way you can't be deceived. Well, that's not how the scriptures work. Through thy precepts I get understanding, dumbass. Another devil, another demon. And look what she says. That's all I'm saying. Not even telling people what to do, just telling them to learn to read it. Well, no, you are telling people what to do. You're trying to disprove the fact that these camps have the truth. And not all camps are teaching the correct doctrine, but the Israelites are the truth. The Lord's a Hebrew Israelite. The scriptures are all written by Hebrew Israelites for Hebrew Israelites. Period. If you read the Bible, you have to be a Hebrew Israelite to believe it. Bottom line. Bottom line. Another idiot. The book of Enoch and the book of Adam and Eve explains a lot. Another complete lie, wild out, bugged out person, man. You know what I mean? I don't understand if you translated how you were calling the Messiah Yahushua when there is no O sound in Hebrew. Got him. I said Yahushua to be funny, but yeah, there is an O in Hebrew. I did a video on it a year ago with my teacher. Oh, you got a teacher? Link in bio? Yeah, see, the person who's teaching you was teaching the wrong way. Okay? You going off, man. And I don't believe there is an O sound in Hebrew. There ain't no O. You know what I'm saying? From what I understand. So it says, not trying to argue, but build. Quick question, is Job 1:6 different for why are you asking her for? You're a man. You're a man. What the hell are you look at this. Yiddish is a Germanic language. It is, that's true. Just Google biblical Hebrew versus Yiddish. That is true. That is true. All right. So, but again, she's just spreading falsehoods and lies. You know, that's why you don't follow the woman. All right.
The Hebrew. I learned how to translate biblical Hebrew. I do not need
No, you did not. No, you did not. Okay.
a translation to read the Tanakh or the Torah. I don't need a translation. All I need is my verb chart and my DDB, Brown's Driver Briggs, okay? And I can get it popping. What really made me stop choosing that way of life was the fact that, number one, I learned that there is no transatlantic slave trade in the Bible. That whole Deuteronomy, it's a lie. It's not there.
Yes, there definitely is. You brought on literally in bondage again on ships and be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. Nowhere in recorded history did that happen. And Israel's as the sand of the sea. There was nowhere in history where more slaves were traded and put on auction blocks and sold like America. Yes, it is. You don't understand because your mind can't fathom it. Again, back to Romans 3. For what if some did not believe? Does that make the faith of the Most High of none effect? God forbid. I remember the scripture says faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of the Lord. This lady doesn't understand the word of the Lord. She don't know how to piece together the precepts. She already said it. She don't know how to do that. And she don't know how it's read. The Bible's read. She was lost. She started in the New Testament and then was completely lost because they were going back and forth different places. But that's the way it's done. And when you have a proper teacher to actually break it down, you would understand. But you don't possess the patience or the respect. All right? The Lord's not going to deal with a dirty vessel like you. He ain't dealing with you. All right? You're unclean. You're wicked. You got unclean hair. You are wicked. And the Most High is going to destroy you, man. All right? And with that, hey, shalom, my brothers. On to the next one.